Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2009 horror film based on a true story, Haunting in Connecticut. I can't speak. This was filmed in Canada, all in Canada. This stars Kyle Gallner. A bunch of other people are in this. So Kyle was in both Jennifer's Body and Haunting in Connecticut, which both came out in 2009, which are both horror films. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool fun fact. We love Kyle. So what's terrifying about this movie is the based on the true events kind of thing. The mortician practicing magic through necromancy, but using a teenager as a medium, and then killing said teenager and trapping the soul of all of the victims of necromancy in the house, as well as the boy who was burned to death in the house. Terrifying. So keeping up with that haunting aspect, Kyle plays his character Matt Campbell, who has cancer, and his family has to move to this particular location because that's where his nearest doctor is, versus, 8 hours away of driving. It's right in town. So, of course, then the family moves there, and Kyle is half dead, and that's why he's been able to see this ghost, Jonah. This very burnt ghost, Jonah. And then the concept, after a reverend comes about, is that if you remove the bones of Jonah, then the hauntings will stop, but it only amplified everything, because Jonah was the reason why everything was as calm as it was. And once Jonah was removed from the property, that's when all of the 100 other bodies decided to just wreak havoc, and cause absolute chaos. So Kyle's character of Matt had Jonah inhabit him, burned the house down after discovering all the bodies hidden in the wall. The eyelids were a thing, the pictures of the dead, the ectoplasm in the pictures, like it was a thing. So what's cool about this is that you have two endings, right? Two endings of, you think it's over when you take Jonah out of the house, but it's not. And then it's over when the house is actually burned. And then the cancer's gone out of Matt, and he makes a full recovery, and no one can explain why, aside from the fact that it is because of the paranormal. So it's such a creepy film because of that, like, sense of realism to it, if that makes any sense. Because it's not one ending, it's two endings, and then you have a happy ending at the ending. When does that happen for horror films, aside from Before I Wake, which we talked about with, what's his name? He's the voice of Luca. I forget his name. Jacob Tremblay. There we go. So it's very rare to have a happy ending in a horror film, and I've seen this movie so many times, especially when I was a teenager, especially when I was in my young 20s, because I love this film. It's at a point where I haven't seen this movie in probably 7 years, and I could just look away and do something on my phone and recite the lines because I've seen it so many times. I love this movie. This is an incredible horror film. It gets no credit, and it deserves all the credit. Kyle did an awesome job. That's all I got. Mucho.